Here's a quick summary of everything in the Mounts of Mayhem drop, starting with the Nautilus. The Nautilus spawn is either a Nautilus or a zombie Nautilus. They spawn in all ocean types and can be sometimes hard to find. When you do find these fellows, feed them once and then they won't despawn, or you could go ahead and tame it with either pufferfish or a bucket of fish. And once you do tame it, you can saddle it and ride it around, and then you can also put armor on it. When you do ride the Nautilus, however, you'll see that you get an effect called Breath of the Nautilus, which I can show you here though. The Breath of the Nautilus basically just pauses your bubbles, as you can see, such as you can sprint with it or dash with it by using the same thing you do with jumping on a horse, and you can even use it to jump out of the water. These guys, you can do all the same things with the normal Nautilus, but they spawn with a drown on top of them, so be careful. But before I show you something cool, you can use copper Nautilus armor, iron, gold, and diamond in a smithing table. By doing this exact recipe, you can make Netherite or Nautilus armor. You can put it on your Nautilus. Look around the coral reefs, you can actually find another variant of the zombie Nautilus. These things are actually quite rare, but if you do happen to find one, you can find zombie Nautilus with coral on them when they spawn in coral reefs, and they have no other uses other than what the normal Nautilus does. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the spear. The spear has a much longer range than the normal sword, and also slower attacks. So while I may not be able to hit it from here with my sword, I can jab him with my spear. There is an achievement you can get too by charging the spear. Now I already got it in this world because I made a separate 30-minute video on it that you can go check out if you want. Now the achievement is called Mob Kebab, and what you have to do is you have to charge 5 mobs in a row, or with one charge. And if you charge 5 mobs, Mob Kebab. Now there is an achievement you can get on the spear called Lunge. You can get Lunge 1, Lunge 2, and Lunge 3. For Lunge 1, if you don't jump and you just stand, you go about 1 block. If you jump and use it, you go like 3 blocks. And if you run and jump, you can go about 7.5. Lunge 2, without jumping, go 1 to 2 blocks. With jumping, you go about 7 to 8 blocks. And if you run and jump, you can go about 11 or 12 blocks. With Lunge 3, you can go about 3 to 4 blocks. Jumping, sometimes you get that. You go the furthest without moving when you jump if you use it at like nearly the same time as you jump. But if you run and jump, you can go almost 16 blocks or more. With Lunge 3, you can travel hundreds of blocks in seconds. Now I have a stopwatch ready, and I'll start the timer at the same time I cross the line. In 3, 2, 1. $200 blocks. Yeah, 300 blocks in around 25 seconds. Each time you do use Lunge, for example, Lunge 1, it consumes 1 hunger point and 1 durability. For Lunge 2, it uses 1 durability but 2 hunger points. And for Lunge 3, it consumes 3 hunger points and 1 durability. It also consumes saturation, which is like a hidden hunger bar inside of your regular hunger bar that tells the game how long until you start getting hungry. But with Diamond Horse Armor, you can now upgrade it using a smithing table. Put these in the smithing table and you get Netherite Horse Armor. 19 armor, 3 armor toughness, and it's 1 knockback. Put it on one of these horses, get yourself a really good horse. But now with the new variants, there's a skeleton and zombie, a husk and parched. We will talk about that later. Drowned and bog, a stray. Unfortunately, no zombie. We also have the camel and camel husk. A new functionality for the zombie horse. Now hop into a flat world and wait a little while and you'll get one of these guys. A zombie holding a spear riding a zombie horse. This is a new functionality for the zombie horse because originally it was only obtainable through creative mode or commands. And I can try fighting this dude by hopping to survival mode and see if I survive. That's easy enough. Probably because I was also wearing full netherite armor. After you kill the zombie riding on top, you get this guy. Ride on and try to tame. Yeah. Why hello there, buddy. And after you tame the horse, you can hop on it, put a saddle on it, and put some horse armor on it. Now that I showed you the zombie horse and the zombie holding a spear, that was a demonstration of one of the unique abilities of the spear. For example, you see those cows over there? Well, if I charge my spear and shoot them with my horse, the faster I go, the more damage it will deal. You'll remember this place if you watch the long form video. If you head to the desert night, you can find one of these fellows. The zombie husk with a husk and a parched riding on it. The parched, to help balance it out, Mojang actually decided to make the parched shoot the arrows of weakness slightly slower than a regular skeleton. I'll take out the camel if I have to. Die! What? Except you can actually do with a normal camel, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more short summaries of future updates or past updates. And well, yeah, that's about it.